Hey everybody, this is Steve at 1,000-Year Home. So I'm going to talk about a shipping container inside of during a flood. 3 days of flooding here, many alerts. My county's flooded. I am warm and dry in there, warm and dry. I never cut anything in the top. In addition, since I have most of it drywalled, it's not very noisy. Now, when I first stayed here during rainstorms, that was noisy, but all my windows held. I see one window has a little bit of seeping down at the bottom, and I haven't figured it out yet, but I'll dig into that later on. Obviously, my idea of using, that was lightning. My idea of using the, that lightning scared me. Obviously, my idea of using the Flex Seal around it and redoing the tops before the thunder came is a really good idea. Let's go ahead and take a quick look around the farm. Oh, look at that, a little bunny. A little bunny running across. He probably is flooded out of his hole. You can hide underneath the Connex. All right. The rabbits like coming up here because the coyotes won't follow them. So there's my foundation. You'll see that it's up on temporary foundations. Those will be my permanent foundation when I get them poured. That worked out real good. So all of that is high and dry. There would have to be a massive flood to even reach where I put those. I put them up 2 foot for a reason. However, I did lose half of my gutter. Now that was up with magnets and duct tape. I had huge hurricane winds. They were really gusty, and that doesn't surprise me again. But that held 18 months, so I'm not going to complain. And of course, I've got it all plumbed in here. Magnets on the ductwork is a good idea if you're not, right along the coast with high wind. But there you go, filled up. Man, my water looks pretty good. That bucket was dry when I started. I see 6-8 inches in there. That's a lot more than they forecasted. They forecasted 4. So we're really going at it. I've got the relief valve going, so if it overruns, it will, be a relief valve there. Let's go look at the river. Wet weather creek on the side. It runs down to Butcher Creek is what I should say. I'm going to try to stay along the tree line. I don't want to get hit by lightning. As in last year, you'll see the property itself has a definite pitch towards the river. You can't maybe see, but there's water flowing across the surface of this property. So, but I laid it out in a pretty good spot, right where I put it, and then I elevated it. I did look at my flood maps from the agricultural USDA, I believe, does that before I put the house up, and you'll need to do the same thing. Let me keep going here. All right, this is the back of my property, heading towards a little arroyo is what I would call it. Not too bad, but you could see I want to put a tank, a pond in here, a big pond, couple acre pond. 2 acres is what I'd like to do. This isn't too bad at all. We got fortunate in that all that rain came over 3 days, so it's been able to move without flash flooding my property. I've seen this bigger than this little creek. All right, real good. But I don't have that little tractor's not big enough. So all I'm going to do is strip the topsoil, clear the trees with the little tractor, and then bring in heavy equipment and put a pond in starting here. And then the pond will be the dike area here. So I'll build the dam here, and you can see I could capture a lot of water. Looky there. It's just a darn shame that just runs down to Butcher Creek, right, and that into the Gulf eventually, when it could be saturating the water table here. It just needs a little bit of planning, and then I can also get my trees going and use the ponds then to water so that I don't lose trees in a drought. So there's the other part of it. So The pond will start down at that arroyo, come all the way here. All of these runoffs will be redirected in a big pond, a 2-acre pond there. And I'm going to make it as deep as I could go before I run out of clay. I'm going to bet I have 20 feet of clay or more. So I'm going to dig it as deep as it can go. Anyway, so there we go. I'll put this one up in the middle of the storm. It does have, this is day 3, a lot of energy, a lot of lightning. So I just want to get back inside shelter and not tempt fates. But I did want to see how close to the flooding I was. And the land's handling it. I did a good design on the shipping container home. It is way up off the ground. And eventually when I get earth bags around it, it'll have an island of earth with the decks. I'll have terraced, if you will, Spanish vibe architecture. It's super muddy, man. It is swallowing me up as I go. It is super muddy. Anytime I step in a gopher hole or a hog dig, I just go right down in. So I'm hurrying. I don't like being out here, being in earth ground. There's lots of fence posts around here, so I'm hoping, although getting fried would be hopefully a fast way. I don't know. But anyway, let me get inside. I feel it coming again, a big storm. So appreciate everybody's like, subscribe, follow me along. I'm not a risk taker, but when you build off grid all by yourself, things do happen like this. You have to manage them. Thanks much. Bye-bye.